When I shave,
I look like a little fucking boy, bro.
all right. Um, okay. So, okay. So last night, said trying along here on GC. This was because we were right at the 618 of this lower leg. We were also at this high volume area, and you started to see a bounce in there. I adjusted my stop pretty quick on this. Initially, it was 670 of risk. Right, brought it into 230. Tightened it up more when I got that nice green print. I like to put it on this wick here, just that like wicking. I've seen it work quite a bit. And then I was using this market breakout, session breakout stat, Alize Asia strat, or whatever we want to call it. We were up 5 points. I got out for 10. And then I said can look for just below 3,800. I would front run it. And then let's just look at what happened here. So in Asia, right? Look, just below 3,800. So this happens, like if you go back and look, you look at when we pushed up to 3,700, same exact thing happened. Where's the first time we pushed to 3,700? Yeah, so when we were pushing up towards 3,700, we got within like 5 points of it, and then we sold off. So that's kind of why I was looking to front run 3,800. And then in London, we pushed up to like 3,820, somewhere in there. I was looking for this to come back down a little bit lower to 3,765. We didn't get down there. And then I said GM would expect GC to come down to 3783, London low based off double break stat. I'd like to see this in pre-market, then a continuation higher after it swept. The shift sold down. This was like 30, 40 minutes later. I was looking for this to sell down earlier. It didn't sell down. So carrying this idea, we have Powell talking at 12:45 today. Dead till then. It did start to come down. We did start to see us come down in here right off market open. It bounced off that upper VWAP band and then started to fall. But we bounced off VWAP here. And then I tried a long in here. I cut it right before this dump. But overall, I think GC is still bullish. Like we're right at this lower VWAP band. We bounced out of Asia, that previous Asia area. So I cut it. I said I cut it if we don't move in 10 minutes, cutting it here at 249. So I cut this at literally at this candle, right before this dumped. Yeah, I cut it on this candle. And then it dumped like 20 points, which is crazy. But yeah. Payout secured? Nah, I tilted on my MyFunded Futures account. Or not my MyFunded, my Tradify accounts, unfortunately. So, we'll see if I get those. I should be able to get the alpha ones to pay out. Had my TP at 96 on that Asia trade, ended up hitting break even. Yeah, when you see it stalling out like that, I just cut it. Would have been insane short. It would have. But we got that long last night. 2 longs, 1 loss. Should have waited for more confirmation. Tapped low volume node by tick. But I had it drawn. That I had drawn, but it came back deeper. 1 win. Period 2, low volume node, area support, scalp. Result 218. Winning day. Exit at big seller on bookmap for scalp. We've held longer in my head, but if I'm in drawdown and can recover, take my winning day. Okay, very solid, Dylan. Just quick little scalp. Yeah, so you had 10-point stop on this. Yeah, I would have let this come down a little bit lower. Get in when you see that confirmation here. But you're pretty close to payout. Entered gold long, bounced off, anchored VWAP, anticipating long break based on edge full stats. Added 5 more not pictured, hit my trailing stop loss. Didn't make it to any possible extensions because IB wasn't set and price did break higher. Okay. So this is your trailing. But you still made 900, 39. Looking for the high to break. No. GC London IB, wasn't sure about this because we were consolidating, trying to break this. Let me check this. 37.84. Is this the initial top? Okay, yeah, this was the initial top. This was this area. I think this trade's fine. I did say I wasn't taking this on the retest because this to me looked like it wanted to sell off a bit. It was just a little risky up there. So I didn't take this one. I think this is fine to take this trade. I would just adjust on the 5 minute, and then when you see this red print here, I would probably get out of that. Expect it to go lower. GC London IB, wasn't sure about this because we were consolidating, trying to break upper VWAP band without succeeding, but IB formed really clean. 0.5 plus London VWAP plus low volume unit, aim for 0.4 extension at first. Couldn't pay attention, let run because I was at work. Okay. I would have this stop below this low, personally, until you see this starts to expand out. And your target should be, I think your target is Asia high. Yeah, your target should be Asia high probably. Okay, yeah. This looks like proper adjustment. But yeah, clean. You could have let this run. This continued to rip up. And there's like, I get your TPs at 37.95. If you can't watch it, that's valid. But if this is just trending up, just bring it up on each strong 5 minute because this ripped another 25 points, 30 points from your TP. Jose, Combine 4 and 5 took a long after we rejected 0.5 in VWAP. Just my stop loss under 15 minute, but should have not checked it till later. As I checked and seen we were struggling to break highs and didn't make any higher highs, so I thought it's valid to close due to it rejecting up there, or is this wrong choice? I would have just left this. Because it already did its retrace. It retraced down. And then it's just consolidating. But, I mean, good entry. Good stop. Like, I would have just left the stop. Because this did end up running. That would have been a... I mean, you're risking... 786. You're risking 4 points. This ran 30. It's like a 10 to 1. Thought we weren't making higher highs. Yeah, but you'll see it consolidates in there. In the next time, like in Asia. I'd expect us to keep moving up. Oh, like next week? I don't know next week. I need to see the rest of this week's price action. It's harder to predict further out. GC today. IB set high set first. Was looking for a quick short. Was tight with my stop. TP due to Powell speaking later. Figured the market might chop beforehand. U618 fib and upper VWAP band. I was also looking at footprint chart. TP hit. Probably gonna call it today. Okay. Clean trade, Boogie. Yeah. Hit that upper VWAP band and then just sold off. Just quick scalp. Clean. It's been a minute. MGC 3RX2. Left explanation. I don't know how to read TPO charts. Okay, clean short. No specific buy since GC is at all-time highs to discovery. Overnight inventory was 80%. I know. Overnight inventory balance exchange shelf. First confirmation was 3820.9. Second confirmation was 3817. Third confirmation was 3810.7. Took my trade off third confluence. And break even scale 1 after displacement from entry. Shelf reaction. Solid. Saw a strong reaction at the 0.5 retracement, entered short position. I held the trade patiently, but the market began to chop around once Powell started speaking. Recognizing the shifting conditions, I decided to exit the trade for a loss. Reflection setup was A+ and technically sound. However, market conditions, news-driven drop during Powell's speech, worked against the trade. Okay. Yeah, whenever you see Powell speaking or Trump speaking, like, it's tough. And if it's chopping like this, we need to get in at the highs. Like, we have to get in at the highs. If you're trading consolidation, you need to either get in at the highs or the lows of that consolidation area, because it's going to drive you insane seeing your position go from profit to from in profit to in drawdown, in profit, in drawdown, or maybe it just sits in drawdown the entire time. All right. LV extensions, 0.6 fib, and low volume notes saw weakness in selling and buyer stepping in on bookmap. Entered, playing to scale POC and VWAP, but got stopped out by trailing stop. Okay. Yeah, I don't particularly like this long, but I get it with the VWAP bounce. I think the management is good. Management will take you a long way. I wouldn't TP all the way up here. I think this TP is a bit far. Like the 324 especially. Yeah. I think this is fine. Like TPing up at 17 is fine. At that upper VWAP band, but all the way up at 24 after the IB low has broken. GC doesn't like to disrespect its IB. You let your dog sleep in your bed? No, it's Eric's dog. It's not my dog. But yeah, it sleeps in the bed with Eric. She sleeps in the bed with Eric. I think this is a fine trade. I just think the TP's a little bit far. I think the management is good. Yeah, I just went TP all the way up here. Yeah, when Powell speak. Yeah, I guess that's valid. 5.8 R GC retraced to 618 on IB, and GC hadn't downside extensions yet. Also true day, hadn't been retraced to during London. Got out when I saw a really rapid sell-off because I got scared. What's going on here, Killer Posy? We need to make a decision on where we're trading, bro. It did end up playing. This is a clean trade. We just need to tone down the other trades, bro. 1 GC long, 1 NQ short, 1 GC short, 1 NQ short, plus 1,054. 1 GC short, saw price stall at the highs. I realized this in hindsight. There is volume divergence. 2 price breaks below POC, then rejects off the upper deviation band. I entered on retest and got stopped in profit plus 180. GC long, price reacts off overnight and weekly VWAP, as well as 618 in the range. Value area with low volume below. See big reaction to the upside. Buy wait and enter on retest. My entry wasn't the best. I need to work on waiting for deeper retracement. Was 650. Got stopped in profit after price reacts to session VWAP after breakdown by B. NQ short minus 100. NQ short plus 300. Edged my limit by 1 tick. Stop me in profit. Okay. Where'd you trail? On GC. On this GC short. This first GC short. Because you shouldn't have gotten stopped in profit. Like, if you're trailing, if you got in on this candle, your trail should be at the high. Like, your stop should be at this high. And then I wouldn't adjust this till I see this big wick, because this candle's not strong. You look like Superman. Okay, I like this NQ short. It's just the chop's crazy. And then I don't know if this is GC or NQ. I think this is NQ. Stops me out in profit. Yeah, when it edges your limit, like, to just take it off. Just take your limit off. Especially, like, you're trading from drawdown. Again. plasma. Like if you're trading from drawdown, you need to capture as much profit as you can. NQ short, when this is on practice account before market open. Just learning more about order flow and how to use better volume profile. Shorted this based off volume area high, considering that we were ranging the whole night. In terms of management, I think I should scale at the value area low, keep runners towards PSU of the next value area. Also took a short on my combine during the morning, but closed at break even because I didn't like the choppiness. Okay. Yeah, I think this is valid. The stop should be at that high, in my opinion. Like if this is chopping, especially, bring the stop in. Not the biggest clean trade, but want to start posting for some self accountability. Good shit.
That's why we do trade review.
Nice thing about waiting for IB is you can analyze how PA has been before trading, which helped today. Chop City for a while around POC, a volume profile. Wanted to wait till break of IB and for a level to enter at. Confluences. Shorts, respected first percent FVG twice, rejected VWAP, failed to reach first percent FVG again. Price broke IB low, retraced up, looking for entry, pushed above. Previous leg down, so I waited. Rejected longs again, shorts came in. Off the low retrace, I entered off 382. I came in and dumped almost to my TP, immediately trailed stop to secure profits. Came out a quick 16 points on 25 micros in 19 seconds. Stay patient. Coming off blown XFA, close to second payout. Use 45 IB, volume POC, session VWAP, fib levels, and PA to analyze. Less hesitation when deep down, I would take this trade again and be okay with W/L. Probably not. Okay. Yeah. I'd get off the 1 minute too. The 1 minute's tricky. Okay, so you're just scalping. Even if you're scalping, the 1 minute's still like tricky. It's easier to look at higher time frames. Was in class and didn't take this, but had to share this beauty. NQ is still back. This is literally what you teach us as it dumps 200 points. Yeah, just fell right off the face. Self-sabotage day. Bias bullish. First entry near upper VWAP band. Second after VWAP band bounce. First entry was too early. Second was too late. Because I didn't want to re-enter instantly, which would be perfect entry in this case. Close second trade too early. Minus 600. Bad. Way too oversized. That silver, same size as gold. Entry is shit. Close too early. At least the idea was right. Okay, yeah. Entry is early. Yeah. I'm not sure how silver, like, to me that's, what, 0.6? So that's $600? Last trade also self-sabotage, bias bullish, framing 0.5, 0.618. Bullish bias, overnight VWAP bounce, confirmation through footprint, close the trade, also like a dumbass way too early. Obviously closed too early. Idea was right again, entry was good, sizing. Locked out for the whole day after that, realized it didn't get better and took my $388 lost day. Okay. It's good you took the lost day, but yeah, I was leaning. Okay, it was this. This was where you got in. There's not really any reason to close this. Just tighten up your risk. You got in at 38.05. Yeah, you got in at this range. I would just tighten it. Tighten it below that base or like slightly below VWAP. You're only risking a few $100. See if you can capture it. I stay on the 5 and the 15 minute. Another 3K day, call it gold at 3,800 and held on to it unless it told me it was going down, of which I took it out at the very top where my lines told me to take it out, and I did it after it was going down. Took the same time I was doing it. Okay. I would not be trading 2 instruments at once. Right? Good recovery on this. But yeah, don't trade 2 instruments at once. If you're trading ES, trade ES. If you're trading GC, trade GC. Because you're gonna have a lot to manage, and then it's gonna fuck. Like you could fuck your bias up, you could fuck the trade up. There's a lot of things you can fuck up on that. So I would just recommend just trading one instrument, whether it's GC or ES or NQ. Just trade one at a time. If you trade multiple, it can like fuck with your head a lot. But good job with the 3K. You actually have a stop this time. Good management. I think this entry might be a tiny bit late. This is towards the end of day, right? It's toward the end of day. When I see this pushes up like this and then it tries to sell and then there's no sellers, I would try to get in on this candle, this red candle. But yeah, good management. I would put a daily loss limit on this just because of that previous blow up day. But yeah, good job keeping the account alive and getting a payout. Not a lot of people get payouts, so very solid.
Trying to catch retrace after missing out. The shorts this morning came, filled hourly gap, had a huge reaction to the upside. We were holding this area for hours chopping, so I decided to enter with 5-minute 10-point stop loss, 5-minute close to the upside. Retracement stats look good for NQ, so I did size heavy, stopped and profit for 1.3K. Okay, so 5. Whew. Yeah, I'd tighten that up to that structure point. Okay, yeah, you tightened it anyway. Cool. Good trade, Jossie. Working on 150K account. Entered one trade I know struck buyers on Bookmap at around 24,965. CVD was extremely red over 10K. Distribution below POC. 4 was in downtrend. Waited for breakout of 24,915 because I knew sellers were in control of the market and buyers were weak. Closing positions. Entered with stop loss 20 points to make 53 points. Break even. Move to break even after 10 minutes. Trail the stop loss throughout the trade. Okay. Yeah, so just short, straight to true day. Yeah, that looks clean. Clean trade, bro. Bro, I don't even know who to give this to. I think Morgan's is clean. So is Boogie's. It's a good trader killer policy, don't get me wrong, but look at the trades beforehand, bro. Okay, guys. Alright, I'll be on slow markets tonight with Dakota. So, yeah, I'll see you. But, I took longs on GC yesterday, very confident. So I have 2 minis, got stopped minus 600, came back to the area, so I re-entered. Went in with only 1 main instead of 2, got trailed out for 800 of profit, so it wasn't bad. Wasn't sure if it was a good idea to scale down just because I'm in drawdown. If you're not sure about the setup, then yeah, scale down. If you're not confident in the next trade, then scale down. But how much drawdown do you have to be using 2 minis? You know, ask yourself that. All right. I'll see you guys later. Gym? Yeah, I know. I need to go to the gym. I need to get my gym in today. All right. I'll see you.
You ready for tomorrow?